everyone, and welcome back to A Tale of Wizards and Bribes, where we play Dungeons & Dragons in the Blood Bowl universe. Hi there, folks.
Hi.
Hi.
Over here to my bottom left, you see Allard, our DM.
That's me, right? Yeah.
That's
guys.
you. To my left, you see Caff, who has returned today from a 4 or 5 day metal rock thingy, so kudos for being here. To my right, you see Sheepy. And to my bottom right, you see Brian, aka Captain Sugar Bear. Thank you all very much for joining once again. Allard, did you want to do a recap thing?
Yeah. Let's do a quick recap thing. So our current story arc is about the fact that the team owner Galen van Raukov has been abducted, and the party is trying to get him back. And last session, they've discovered that he was abducted by most likely a human woman and an orc male, and he was taken in a train headed south towards, let me look up the name of the place where they went. They went towards here.
Strudel.
Strudel, yes.
Yes.
Perfect. And last session we ended with them getting about ready to get on the train. Yes, people, we have trains in Warhammer. Why the fuck not? And that's where we are.
Cool stuff. So yeah, we had to leave the other assistant coach behind because we need someone to take care of the team after Alexei killed the head coach. So that's instant promotion for him. So we had our sad goodbye at the train station moment, and we are now on a steam-driven death device.
Yeah,
heading south.
Let's go with that. So you guys are preparing to get on the train. And as you head to the station, you see that there are plenty of snotlings and a few dwarves and goblins working on the trains as you get there. They're trying to get the wagons in the right order, and they seem very busy with it. And you hear one of the dwarves shout, "Useless snotling!" and he throws the creature to the side and begins fixing whatever the snotling has broken before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the scene as you stand there. You see that there are some other people who are preparing to get on the train, but the tickets for the train were quite expensive. I mean, for you guys who, are living big important lives for the most part. The tickets weren't that big of a expense, but for the average person living here, it's too much. And you can tell everyone else who is getting on the train looks pretty wealthy. And there's about 8 other passengers.
Wow. So the rest of it is freight?
Well, no. It looks like it's just for the 12 of you.
Okay. I feel nicely important now. Yay!
Yes.
Also,
you
don't
don't
forget.
normally feel important.
Oh, sorry. Don't forget the ticket lady who used to work at the stables had that weird infection thing.
Yeah, there was green goo on her hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might want to see a cleric for that.
Also, I think she deliberately rubbed some on our cleric.
Yeah, it was really gross.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna stay very far away from Carlisle. Like,
if you recall, we checked me out, and I'm just fine. Thank you.
I'm paranoid. I'm staying the fuck away from Mustard Man.
You know, this actually works out really great for me, so I'm okay with it.
So as you're standing there, you see a goblin with a cart with a tea set on it, going towards the train. You see that he has a monocle and a hat, and he's wearing a suit that looks far too clean for a goblin, and he's getting his wagon onto the train.
Okay.
And well, everything looks very proper. You think that by the looks of it, there's about a staff of 6, which means that there's 1 staff member for every 2 passengers. It seems a bit excessive, but there you go.
Do we know any of the other 8 people who are getting on the train?
Oh yes, you know them. They're important, at least family members of important merchants or important merchants, lesser nobles, that sort of people.
All right.
And you know,
Did we already get on the train, or are we still like waiting to board?
You're waiting, but they're about ready, and you guys can get on now.
I would like to get on before Siegfried.
All right.
And then I would like to kind of like hide alongside the door and then just like touch him when he walks through.
All right. Well,
I
think
I have that effect on people.
That seems like a stealth, though a particularly easy one. So I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay, still.
But normally you have disadvantage stealth, most likely. Not that it really matters, because it still would be 17.
Yeah.
Siegfried does notice you, though. So, yeah.
Yes,
The fuck!
Out of the way in time. Perhaps.
Well,
he knows I'm there, but he doesn't know why I'm standing there.
Yeah. Well, you see him there at the last moment, and I guess you can probably reach out to touch him.
I just want to just touch his arm, just to gross him out.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well,
not gonna happen.
all right,
dude.
Let's see an attack roll then.
Okay. Would it just be like a strength since I'm not using a weapon?
Yeah, just a normal strength check, I suppose. It's not really good. You would probably get your proficiency, I suppose, but even then.
Yeah, this would be a 10.
So, Siegfried, the only way he can avoid the grasp of Carlisle is by throwing himself over one of the benches and stumbling on the ground on the other side between 2 of them. And everyone in the train looks up and they're all a bit startled and confused.
Even if I didn't grab him, that's still way better than I could have hoped.
Glurk?
See one of the merchants looks very disapprovingly at Siegfried.
Glurk, the alien is trying to spread the plague. If he does that again, kill him.
Do it! I'm still just laughing wildly. This whole thing is hilarious to me.
Aren't we supposed to be undercover? Why are you guys throwing yourselves around?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't throw myself anywhere. I was merely standing here.
Why is he the one talking sense?
He does have a point. He was only standing there.
Yeah, he just wildly leaped over a chair like a crazy person. I don't know what that's about.
The merchant says, indeed, quite undignified of him. Please, can you refrain from such behavior while you're here? I know that you are aligned to the Blood Bowl team, but even so, such antics are really out of place here.
Yes,
Please.
I'm very disappointed.
Do not worry, sir. We won't hear much from us. We're undercover.
Yes, well.
Preemptive incineration would be a bit too much, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Please let me enjoy my tea without being disrupted by you again. He sits down, and the goblin.
Is this the goblin? Oh, this no.
No, the goblin pours him some tea. Well, everyone, all the other passengers take a seat and try to look like they're supposed to be there. Most of them, look like they're used to this highbrow life. A few of them, like you, well, at least most of you. I suppose that at least some of you might look like you fit in a little bit. At least I expect that Gale, to some extent, is accustomed to this sort of crowd. But the rest of you, perhaps, a bit less.
At least she's wearing a suit instead of a suit of armor.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I'm in my barbarian regalia. I've got tattoos all over myself, so...
Alright. Yeah.
I look like a thug.
Yeah.
Which I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're our thug.
Is the train like mostly empty? Like there's like you can easily have like a whole row of seats to yourself, or
Yeah,
is-
easily. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to like find a place like near the back and just want to like lean back and just kick my feet up on the other chair,
Hmm.
completely undignified.
Okay,
You
I'm gonna
see,
be in the opposite corner then.
You see an elder woman look at Carlisle, and she seems to disapprove of his actions.
I give her just as much of a disapproving glare at herself.
She says, "Do you mind not looking at me like that?"
Do you mind not looking at me at all?
Well, good sir, I know that you are a cleric of Nuffle, and as by such, I would expect you to act appropriately to some
And
degree.
I would expect you to mind your elders. Because I'm assuming as a dwarf, I'm probably
Yeah,
older.
yeah, it's usually. I'll have you know that my family has done a lot for Risted, and as such, I should be respected as well.
Respect is earned. If you turn around, you'll earn a little bit.
She gets her tea and walks away. Says,
Sweet.
So the goblin comes by, and I guess the Siegfried is on one end, Carlos on the other.
Mhm.
Glurk and Gil, you two are somewhere in the middle, or
Yeah, probably. Hey.
Yeah, just sitting, chilling.
well, each of you is offered some tea.
Like
I'll
just those three, or even me.
I'll take it and smell it. And
Yeah,
Look at it.
smells, good property.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone drink tea.
The goblin
Because
says,
I everything in it.
well, the goblin says, if you don't like tea, you could also have some Budweiser.
Yeah. Two.
He,
Bloodweisers.
He opens the lower part of his cart and gets some Budweiser out. It's not that much, but I mean, at least there's some.
Have any bugmans?
Sorry?
Do they have any bugmans?
Yes, also.
Awesome.
You get your drinks and the train starts riding. I mean, to all of you, this is a very new experience. A vehicle like this just moving along. It doesn't really bounce around a lot, which is nice. You're kind of
Yeah.
used to wagons and carts and that sort of stuff.
I'm
And
used to
usually the-
nightmare horses, so this is different.
Yeah. Nightmare horses. But it wasn't that long ago that you were in a cart as well. And I mean, this is very different trip. It's very nice and train. It's cool. Cool train.
Yeah, I actually pass on the tea and I just tell them it's a diuretic and I don't want to have to piss the entire trip, and then immediately just fall asleep since the ride is so smooth.
All right. So the train rides on for a while, and after a while, you see that. Well, Carlo wakes up and he finds that you've traveled quite a way already. You're probably about halfway there.
Are we
And
there yet?
it's roughly at this point. You guys are still just sitting at your respective place, I imagine, right? You're not really mingling with each other as the trip is going on.
How much time has passed now for us?
It's been about half an hour.
I'm probably reading,
All right.
slowly muttering to myself or to my book. You're unsure which.
I sneak up next to Siegfried for a while.
All right. Do you-
That's a nice book you got there.
Yes.
I've noticed that you keep talking to it. Does it
You're
answer?
very perceptive.
Yes, I know. I'm smart.
Yes.
Does it answer? It does.
Thortar, meet Gale.
Yes.
Gale, meet Thortar.
Hey, Thortar. That's awesome.
He's pretty
It's
cool.
very complicated. I hope you understand.
Yes,
mean-
of course. How long have you been in there?
Very, very long, I imagine.
We don't know? Huh.
Well, not exactly. What year is it?
It's 2518, of course.
So then it's been 312 years.
312 years.
Yes, but it doesn't seem as long as that. You see, time, it seems to move at a different pace when you're a book. Most of the time, I'm just kind of sleeping or, well, meditating.
You're a cat. So you're almost like a cat. Sleep like 16 hours a day.
What in your mind would describe a cat?
Something that sleeps 16 hours a day.
And that's the only thing that would, describe a cat.
Yes. Yes. Have you met a cat?
Yes, I know what cats are. You're an interesting person with an interesting view of the world. An open mind you have. Fascinating.
Yeah,
You see the world differently.
yeah. I don't mind about me. Could I borrow you?
No, absolutely not.
No.
I
I don't care about what's in the book.
I close the book and I re-gag the book. The book actually has a gag over it again now.
I was having a conversation with her. It's kind of rude.
Yeah, it's super rude to gag a book. Come on, dude. But I mean, I was just thinking, do you know how much things that book know? It knows everything. It's been alive for.
It's a great source of knowledge and magical secrets.
I don't care about the magical secrets. Couldn't care fucking less.
Do you care about your soul?
Yeah.
Then you will tread carefully.
So I can't talk to the book.
We might be able to come to some sort of arrangement, but you will certainly not borrow him.
I don't care about the book. I just want the face.
You want to talk to the book.
Yes. I want to interview your book.
Okay, you go roll, what's it, charisma, diplomacy, what's the word? Persuasion, thank you, Allard. That one.
Persuasion. Let's see here om jag kan hitta my persuasion. Character she... that's the wrong one I want. That.
I suspect you have a lot.
Yes. Well, I take off the gag. Thortar, what do you think? Would you like to be interviewed?
Interesting idea. Well, perhaps. But for the most part, I am a cautionary tale. A cautionary tale which has its purpose to be known by wizards. I'm not sure the rest of the world really knows to know what I know.
No, but I don't. What I need is someone from history. I don't care about the magical part of anything. I'm trying to write a brief history book told by someone.
Why don't you talk to Carlisle? He's old.
It's not that old.
Well, I mean, your dwarven friend certainly does not have the way with words like I do. So,
Exactly.
Hence the
perhaps I
gag.
should tell my story. What?
Hence the gag.
Yes. Well, we couldn't gag the dwarf even if we wanted to, I suppose. So.
No. But maybe we can come to an arrangement, you and I, or the three of us.
I think that
Yes.
should be possible.
Actually, my story is mostly a story about love.
Passion.
No love.
No passion?
Well, I
I'm a book, you see.
But you can't have been a book for all eternity. You must have turned into a book. The person ones.
Who's telling the story now?
Well, some creative freedom here, dude. Come on.
What?
But,
Look, if I had always been a book, then it seems like a lot of creative freedom to make me suddenly not have been a book for all eternity.
True, and I don't know that.
I'm looking at the
I have
book.
not always been a book, but if I had been, well, I mean,
If you had always been a book, I would still respect that.
good.
I'm looking somewhat shocked at the book. Thortar, you have a sense of humor.
Yes, but I thought it would be wasted on you.
Oh, burn!
Fair.
God, is the first chapter of this book just all on salt?
We can write a little short book as well. Best jokes from the past 200 years.
Yes. I never
How to
really,
keep yourself occupied as a book.
I never really considered myself like a comedian or anything of the sort. What if people think that my jokes aren't funny?
Then they're the dumb ones.
Yes, that's always what I used to tell me, but myself. But well,
Tell me a joke.
well, I
We'll see
mean,
if you are funny.
it's kind of hard to just think of one now that you're asking me.
He's
Okay,
only
I'll
had a
think
couple
I'll
of
think about it.
centuries.
Exactly. To figure out the best joke.
No,
No,
I've
take
had
it
a
for
couple of
take it
centuries of
on.
solitude without having to interact with other people. I think you've made it fine that your stand-up comedy doesn't improve much because of that time spent. Look, I'm an academic first, all right?
Comedian second.
You're my kind of book.
No, stand-up comedian like perhaps 74th.
That's pretty far back, yeah. It
Yes.
is.
It's hard to stand up as a book.
But yeah.
Actually, I like that.
But he has a nice straight
Let's
back.
say I thought of it, and we'll put that in a book.
Yes, let's do that. I like your book.
All right.
It's cool.
At this point, you notice that there is a bit of movement, and the goblins that are serving here are looking at the window, and they seem a bit concerned about something. And as you perhaps look out the window as well, I'm not sure
Yes.
you, but,
Yeah, I like constantly climb
you
across.
see
all
that
of it.
there is another train riding on the tracks to the right of you. And this train looks
It's
a lot
going
like
the
yours.
other way.
No,
It's going the same way.
Same way, which is peculiar. You'd think that the track on the other side was mostly there for trains going the other way.
Hmm?
But that is not the case. And this train looks for the most part the same, but it has one feature which is very different, and that it has guns attached to the side of it, and that there is some sort of very confused. Well, you don't know if she's confused actually, but there's some woman standing on top of the train. I mean, it seems like a very unhealthy thing to do. You also see
Sheepy.
that she's, for the most part, standing upright a bit, looking, trying to look arrogant. But the power of her stance is somewhat diminished by the fact that every now and again she has to duck because there's always branches coming over. So she's standing like,
Clark, it's your girlfriend.
Who?
The mistress.
the mistress, yes. All right. She's standing there on the train, and
I cast mage armor.
Are looking outside. She says, "We can do this 2 ways, clerk."
Oh God. D100 was it?
Oh yes.
I cast mage
That's-
armor. I blow up the train.
This looks fairly average.
That looks like it probably won't do too much damage. So let's see. Your hair stands on end for 1d10 rounds. That's not so bad. So your
Awesome.
hair is standing upright.
So is that
Yeah.
just
Do you have
me,
hair?
or is that all of us?
No,
Like, is it
just
a
mine, I think.
projected- Just yours? Okay.
Yes. Anyway, she ignores this, that your hair is suddenly standing upright, and she tries to look for Glurk, and she says to him, and even if she doesn't see him, she says it anyway. She says, "We can do this 2 ways, Glurk. You can detach your last wagon and let all the other passengers who are not involved in our conflict go away, or we can fight right away."
When she
I-
says that, I cast Shield of Faith on myself, just so you know.
All right.
I walk up and open the window.
Just for my, this is still the same day we did the interrogations, right? Okay. Then I think I actually already had it.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
And I say, "Who are you?"
Oh, Glurk, you think that I believe that you do not know who I am? I am your arch...
Like name, like I've got a lot of arch nemesis.
It's the
No, you
mistress.
don't. I'm the only one. I killed all the others.
Really?
Well,
Thank you.
no. I mean, if there were, I would have killed them. I am Nahe Tidebringer. I have come here, Glurk, to defeat you once and for all.
Wait 1 second. Does anyone know a Nahe Tidebringer?
It's the
I do.
mistress.
No idea. No
Who's
idea.
who's the mistress?
Remember, okay, picture yourself in your uncle's bar. There's this robot corpse all over the place,
she's
right?
the robot lady.
That's her.
Yes.
Right. Where's your robot?
It's hanging over your uncle's bar.
Look,
Well,
I made a
she
I
probably
made
has
a
another one.
giant train track for us to fight on. I think it'll do.
No, where's the robot? You build a bigger one, a better one to defeat me with?
Wait, you built this train track.
Well, no, not entirely. I just made sure it was built. It was all so that I could fight Glurk in a
Duck!
well.
I just after hearing that, I just like hearing it. I just think you might want to consider seeing a therapist, because if you did all this just for this, I think you might have some issues that you want to talk out.
I
I'll
mean,
take the rapist for 500.
if you did all of this for this, you could have bought a robot, couldn't you?
He's just disappointed.
Look,
I
Glurk.
really want.
I didn't make a robot because I did that last time, and I'm not going to repeat myself.
Make
This
a
time
bigger
I
one.
was a
Sorry,
giant
what
train
was
with
that?
Guns attached to it.
What did you say?
What?
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
train with guns.
You're not going to repeat yourself.
Siegfried, you have a sense of humor.
No,
That's
How
it.
much
he
psychic
really
damage
doesn't.
is she taking from this, by the way? 'Cause I feel like she should be taking
You see that
psychic
that's
damage.
while you've been talking, the other guests and the goblins have detached the last wagon, and
Rightly so.
one of the guests says, "Good luck." That's,
What you're telling me is you don't have a bigger and more impressive robot to fight me with.
well, I don't have a giant robot, Glurk, but I do have this. And she lifts a giant axe, which is bigger than yours. And she grins.
I have a
Says,
hammer.
Size doesn't matter, guys.
says van, I don't see you having a giant robot, Glurk. But anything you can do, I can do better.
Well, I'm doing it first.
Except for fly. You can fly better.
All right, I'm going to move you guys to the right place. Now you guys should see the train.
Ooh,
Right.
there's a train.
Yes.
Fancy.
And now we need to
Oh,
roll initiative.
I lost Caff.
Lost
No.
me?
No? She's
Yeah.
still here?
Yeah, just
She was lost but found again?
yeah. I just need to do some panning, I think.
Oh, okay. That allows me to roll initiative.
I've forgotten how I roll initiative. Sorry.
You select
click your-
character icon on the battle grid, and then in your character sheet you press the initiative button, which is somewhere in the top middle. It's 4 in your case.
I've heard tell that people from Earth are lazy, but that's just ridiculous. Carlisle.
Apparently, I can't. Didn't select a token, but
Right.
Oh shit! I
Okay.
forgot to
Because
select
I
the
need to remove these ones. Let's see. Secret.
there I am.
So let's see.
So you click yourself. You click initiative again,
No,
and
I'll
then
adjust
in the
it.
order.
So
Okay, that works.
20 for Gale. Carl, I'll have
1.
1. Okay. And I'm only missing sheep.
I got 14.
Yeah. Okay. I'll add that for my. I'll do the opponents first because away. Yes. Turret. Turret. So there's a few things I should explain while I'm rolling initiative. There's these turrets. The turrets are very big guns, but they're mounted to the train, and that means that they can only fire in the direction. Actually, now I'm going to remove these turrets from the initiative order. That means they can only fire in the direction that they're pointed at. So the 3 turrets that are pointed towards your train are most likely the only ones who are going to play a part in the battle. The other 3 turrets probably won't be able to fire at you.
And the turrets are the thingies. I see guys with. Oh yeah, right. The ones on the side. Yeah.
Yeah. They're mounted to the side of the train.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to keep in mind about the turrets. Then there's the goblins. The goblins are most likely night goblins. They've got staves and are wearing robes.
Night goblins are always fun.
What skill would I have to roll to know something about this technology? Like how guns work and stuff. Just intelligence?
Yeah, I think you would need a skill that you don't have for that. So intelligence, yes.
Ooh, that's too bad.
They go boom. Siegfried, they go boom.
Yeah. Well, okay, I don't know, but if I had to guess, heat metal might help.
Well, I mean, you have reasons to think that they're made
Yeah.
out of metal, but
Well, that I should just be able to see.
yes. So I mean, that's something you know even without basically looking at them. Well, because he's looking at them. So Nahe is you've always imagined her to be a dark elf, but now that you see her, you're not entirely sure what she is. You think that she is probably a dark elf, but her skin is not quite as gray as you would imagine a dark elf skin to be.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. So I've got everything in the initiative order, I believe. Oh, wait, clerk. Yes. I'll add him in clerk. Character sheet. Sorry, guys, everyone that's looking and so on for short delay. But now I believe we have everyone. Clerk heads. Wait, that was everyone's here. 14. Right? Yeah. 14.
I'm not in yet.
Oh. Oh. And did you roll initiative?
Yeah, but without clicking the mini first.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it because my monitor is too small.
Oh. Okay.
But she has a 20.
A 20. Okay. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have everyone. So. 20. Clerk was 14. Descending. Right. There we go. Okay. Good. I think we're all set. Oh yes, there's also these guys. Don't know if you see what I'm indicating right now, but it's the train itself. So not in the wagons where you guys are in, but in the train. There are people controlling the trains.
Okay.
I haven't added them in initiative order because they're just there.
Sure.
You know, using the trains, trying not to, hopefully not being involved in all of this.
Mm.
And between the wagons, there's metal chains which basically keep the wagons connected to each other.
Ooh, that sounds promising.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Siegfried, it is your turn.
A 20-foot radius sphere, huh? That sounds like it would just fit those 4 forward cannons. Well, only 2 of them really matter. So
20 feet, that's quite a lot.
yeah. So I think we're going to blow up the train. So I take this bit of sulfur. I bat guano. And I put it together, and this little bit of ash flies out the open window.
Yeah.
And winds up there, which should capture those 5.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think so.
And then I hide behind a bench or something.
All right. So let's see. I need saving throws for that.
Yeah, that is correct. You're allowed a dex save. I believe my DC is 15-ish. Right? 8, 11... Yeah, 15.
Yeah. All right. So that one fails, that one fails, that one fails, and that one fails as well. So,
boom!
Okay, do not succeed. And then we have this guy. Gets to make a dexterity save here. Oh, he succeeds. All right. So he takes half damage.
That's 14.
And everyone else takes 29.
29.
That's a lot of damage.
Yay!
Yeah. It's good. All right. Do that everywhere. Oh, their damage, their hit points are. Yeah, that wasn't a problem. Okay. All right. So 14 damage to this guy.
Does the ammo explode?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
But the turrets are damaged. So there is that. Alright, so good shot. You hide in the back. You see that the train is slightly damaged, but it'll take a lot more for the train itself to, stop functioning. Alright, so this turret here at the front gets to do something. It has just been fired upon by Siegfried. So it takes aim in Siegfried's direction. Siegfried is hidden behind benches, but it shoots anyway. And let's see how it does. All right.
Ignores cover. Boo.
Yes, it ignores cover. What happens is it still misses, by the way, but it shoots and it shoots through the train, basically. So here, I guess I'll mark it. So,
Railgun style.
Yeah, so over here, this nice purple area to run. And over here where the bench are, this stuff has been shot to pieces by the gun.
Lovely.
Yes. Gil, but you dodge out of the way. Gil, it is your turn.
Yes. Can I see what kind of armor the goblins are wearing?
Yes. Hold up, I'll check. I think they're just wearing robes. They're wearing robes with chain shirts underneath, so they actually have some metal on them.
Yeah, because heat metal says that if a creature is holding or wearing the object, it takes damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if the...
I mean, chain shirts should work.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're asking about the guns? Or...
Oh, the guns?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean...
Can I put it on them and it was actually do anything?
Yeah. Yeah, it should work.
Okay, then I'd like to cast heat metal on the one right in front of Siegfried.
All right. Okay.
So I roll for that one, I guess?
Yeah.
Wait, my monitor isn't big enough, so I have to smallify the window all the time, so I can't see what I'm doing.
That's a good word. Smallify. I like it.
Smallify? Yeah.
That's my favorite kind of wordsing.
It is a very good one. Ooh.
All right. So 11 damage.
Yes.
If he doesn't succeed. All right, he does succeed, but he still takes 11 damage.
Okay.
He still takes 11?
Sorry? Yeah,
because it's a metal object and not a person.
Yeah, he takes more damage than usual.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right, cool.
I'm just picturing this barrel slightly drooping from the melting.
Yeah, that's probably what happens indeed.
Can I move as well?
Yeah, you can.
Then I'd actually just like to move over there.
Okay.
Because I don't want to stand right in front of that hole.
So it's time for one of the night goblins to do something. And he is going to cast a spell.
Okay. I want to know what he's casting, of course.
Alright.
I know what he's casting. I definitely know exactly what he's casting.
He's going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
So he throws his casting bolt towards Carlisle.
Does not hit.
No. Okay. So he fails. That's a shame. All right. That was the night goblin. He's going to All right, so it's nice.
That's what I do sometimes too.
Yes, very wise. I need to check what the distance is of this ability of hers. It is 30 feet. 10. Oh, that is so lame. That is so lame. All right. She looks towards where Glurk is and looks angry about something, as she does. Then decides to go in this direction over here, and instead aims her attack at Carl. She looks at Carl and she swings her axe above her head, and as she does, wind begins to whirl around her, and then shoots forward and wraps around Carl and tries to pull him towards her.
Oh.
So she's going to make an attack.
Are dwarves still better against this stuff?
No, I don't think so in this case. This is a strength saving throw.
Okay, so I need to make a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, this is not going to be great. Oh,
actually.
That's good. All right, you succeeded. You see that she's quite disappointed at herself, but the wind hasn't quite given up yet, and you need to make another one. You succeed again. All right.
Nice.
As the wind is like spinning me around, I just start doing the cabbage patch in the middle, just like because she can't pull me.
All right. She is quite upset and looks in Glurk's direction and shouts, "Come out here and fight me, cowards!" All right.
I yell back, "Why? So you can't hit him either?" At this point, I'm just trying to piss her off and pull aggro.
This Night Goblin here is going to cast a spell as well. He is going to cast, well, will you know?
I'm sorry, I blanked.
Well, he casts something on himself.
Okay.
You see that his injuries have mostly disappeared.
Ooh.
So the other Night Goblin has to do something. And he thinks, well, I'm going to cast a spell as well.
Alright, well, let's see what we can do about that. This one I can probably figure out, though.
Alright. So he's casting Guiding Bolt.
I'll allow it.
Alright.
The benevolent Siegfried.
I'll allow it.
He's Guiding Bolt, and he fails. He shoots a Guiding Bolt towards Siegfried, and it just goes overhead.
Cool.
So,
good stuff.
Yeah. Alright. That was those guys. Gil, it's your turn.
That's Glurk.
Yeah.
Oh. Right. That's Glurk. Gil had... Oh, yeah.
20. She acted after the first turret.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the heat metal.
Yeah.
I just had
I'm
voice
done.
in the initiative order. Right. Okay, Glurk.
Right. Well, to start with, I'm gonna rage.
A shocking surprise there.
Yes, I'm full of surprises. Can I get to the other train?
You can certainly try. Getting there would require an athletics check. If you roll really high on it, you can choose where you end up. You can try to jump to the roof, for example, if you score high. But if you only get a 10, you only manage to grab onto the side.
Okay.
Legs trailing across the ground.
Yeah, exactly. If you get less than 10, well, then you'll have a problem.
I do get a bonus. I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Would that count for the athletics?
Skills are ability checks in this system.
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
It does.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump.
All right.
I
Let's see you
just
try.
heft my hammer and jump straight at the side of the train.
All right.
And
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You could jump to the top of the train if you wanted, or into the train as well.
so right through the window.
Yeah.
How do I ping?
Long click, long press.
Long click. Yeah.
I would like to jump right there.
All right. Well, that is tough because the trains are going in the
I
forward
would like
direction.
to jump right there.
That doesn't matter because so are you. You keep your momentum while in the air. You don't suddenly.
But
I mean,
the
there's a bit of
window,
air.
right?
There's a bit of air resistance. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, jump the other guy. Whatever.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
just, yeah, like that.
That works. All right. So you land next to this guy. He's quite shocked.
Hello.
He doesn't reply. He just looks at you like, "Oh no."
Do I have an attack?
Yep.
Well then.
Sorry, I'm gonna go to push to talk here real quick.
Thank you.
You can if you just mouse over the video, there's a mute button. Right, so I will swing with my Rage Warhammer. It's a 19
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
for 11 bludgeoning.
All right.
And
That's
then
not
I'll
good for him.
swing my second attack with an 8.
Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. All right. So that's 11 damage for that guy. All right.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Cool. Okay. So turrets. So Glurk is actually now safe from the turrets. That's a shame. But this turret will shoot at Carlo. Let's see how he does. Turrets. Shoots. Ah. Yes. And more stuff is broken. Here we go.
Including dwarves.
Yes, maybe. He does 6, which is not slashing damage. Hold on. That doesn't really matter. It's piercing.
That's
So
underwhelming.
6 piercing damage. Yeah, it could be worse.
Could be 7.
Exactly. So 6 piercing damage, and the next turret gets to do something. This turret goes and shoots at Siegfried. And he hits as well.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
What?
As it shoots, I hold up my hand, and this blue shimmering shield appears in front of me, and the bullets they splash around it, and I get +5 to AC, and that's enough.
Nah, that's disappointing.
No, I'm rather fond of it actually.
Fair enough.
Jedi, am I right?
However, oh, that's really low.
You couldn't just take the hit, could you? You couldn't just take the hit like everyone else.
Oh my goodness.
You don't take D12 plus 3 damage. Instead, you turn into a demon.
You uninvited company. You summon a demon equal to your challenge rating -3. Yeah, all right. That's no good. So you weave your magic, and as you pull from the chaos energy here, you also rip a small portal to that world, and something comes through.
So these bullets are tearing a hole through the shield, through the fabric of reality, and behind my hand, suddenly this head of a demon pops out. What the fuck?
Yep. Challenge rating 3. Right. Give me a second.
I love being a magic user in the Warhammer universe. This is awesome.
It's really, really.
Alright YouTube, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, remember to leave it a thumbs up at the bottom. And of course, if you'd like to see more videos, do check out the channel and hit subscribe on your top right.